What about being a mother?
Yes.
And you mentioned, having a child
On the spectrum. Yeah.
I know it's like you always want to be very careful
Yes,
about
the
words you use, language,
because it changes. It changes.
Yeah, well, enlighten us. Like, what are the wrong words? What are the right words?
So
what did you have to learn about that?
So they no longer use words like Asperger's.
Okay.
Because that was or when you look at the spectrum, there's no more low on the spectrum or higher up on the spectrum.
On the spectrum.
You're on the spectrum, and then there are levels now. So there's level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 is where it doesn't affect them living independently. Level 2 is where they might need a little bit more support, right? Level 3 is where they need a whole bunch of support.
Got it.
To function.
And your child was on what level?
I think he started out around. He was nonverbal until he was like 8.
Wow.
So I would say level 2.5.
And now?
Level 2. He's actually 1.5.
Okay.
I think he's 1.5 because he can. One of my goals was to get him as independent of me as possible. So this boy is in college. He keeps 2 jobs in his pocket because he don't ever want to ask me for cash or anything. He prides himself on being the man of the house, prides himself on protecting me. And he's just an amazing human being. So I would say 1.5. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. When I think about my kids, it just makes me smile so hard. They're incredible people. Like even my youngest, the teachers at the school always call me about him. And they're like, he is the kindest child I've ever taught. I get emails like that all the time. Like, I wish I had a dozen Ezekiels in my class.
Aww. So you did good as a mom.
I think we're doing good.
You did good.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there were challenges in that. Yes, of course you love your kid, and of course you did great, but like
in the beginning it was very challenging.
Yeah.
It was very challenging.
What do people not know about that? About being a mom and the challenges
I think what most people don't know is that when I got the diagnosis, I was on the set of My Wife and Kids.
Wow.
And I pride myself on being the type of person who doesn't bring their problems to work. And plus, Damon created such a family-oriented, loving atmosphere on that set. And I felt like I owed it to him to make sure that it stayed that way. So far be it from me to bring my ish.
Make it heavy.
To work. Yeah. So, yeah,
does he know that you did that at that? No.
I think this is my first time talking about it, actually.
Wow.
But I adore him and his family so much. He even put a nursery in my dressing room so that I could bring my baby to work. Like, he was always so supportive. When I first got the job on Wife and Kids, he was like, hey, I think we're going to be here for a good 5 years. It's time for you can get pregnant if you want to, because we're going to be here. And so he didn't have to tell me twice. I got pregnant with Zen right away. So, and had him the second season.
Wow. And so you would never bring anything to set?
No, I still don't do that. It's how we were trained in this business. I grew up in the theater.
No wonder you learned to wear a mask, baby.
Yeah, because in the business, all you would hear was, one, you're only as good as your last job, and you will be replaced by your understudy. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So you come to work and you do your best and you consider the people around you. But I always tried to make sure I had a smile on my face because I really wanted to support the atmosphere that he.
So you're going to work on set and it's fun and jolly and you just your child just gets diagnosed and you're young, you're right? You're
33.
30s, yeah.
33.
You're on set, young mother. And so then how do you manage that when you go home? I
was constantly running. So Zen was on set. Sometimes therapists would come to my dressing room, or I was running around trying to find therapy, because one of the major problems that most caretakers or parents run into is the fact that time is not on your side. You need to get that early intervention in. But especially in 2001, 2002, when he got the diagnosis, there wasn't a lot of resources. There weren't a lot of people that I could go to. And even if you did call like a behavioral therapist or a speech therapist or an occupational therapist, you were going to be on a waiting list just to get a call back to make an appointment. All of that said, like, I was literally running around, and I'm very aggressive when it comes to my kids. I'm very, 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 very aggressive. There are people who are like, how you get an appointment so fast? Because even though I'm on this waiting list, I'm still going to call you every single day and bug you. And they got tired of my ass and they gave me an appointment.
Oh, wow.
That's how I had to operate. That's how I had to work.
Advocating for your son.
That's my child.
Yeah. Wow.
Did I answer your question?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I was just trying to understand the everyday of that, like as a woman, young woman, and Remember
we had Sherri Shepherd on from
Yes. Yeah. Sherri was great. Sherri we had Sherri on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know how many months ago. But I understood a lot about, some of her fears of raising a
child
and a Black child.
Yeah, a Black child.
Also, how challenging. She was afraid to let him out in the street. She struggled with his independence. This is not a small thing. We're like, oh yes, my child was and I showed up and I worked and I was, but like that's a heavy burden for a mother to carry.
Absolutely, and I remember growing up in Newark, right, in the 70s, 80s, and one of the things my mother was really, really fearful of when my brothers, because I have 3 brothers by my mom and dad, when they would go out of the house and leave the house, she was deathly afraid of whatever the gang members that lived in that area, of them getting, attacked by that or police, and just as Black men. But I have a Black child on a spectrum. And when you have a Black child that's on a spectrum, sometimes they might have tics and quirks or they can't keep their body still. And that was one of my biggest fears, that, law enforcement back then, they weren't educated or trained in this type of diversity or what autism looks like. So his movements or the way that he might, move his body, put his hands behind his back. When he's nervous, he puts his hands behind his back. I was afraid that they would mistake it for noncompliance, or there was a gun in his back, and behind him or something. And so I have to think about that all the time. And so we would practice with Zen to keep his body straight, just in case he was approached by an officer I know, right?
That breaks my heart for him.
Yeah.
For any kid who, I mean, for, the fact that kids have to do that.
Absolutely.
It's heartbreaking.
The fact that a mother has to train their kid.
Yeah.
To, make sure you get a receipt in a bag when you leave. I don't care if it's a piece of gum. Get a bag and a receipt so when you walk out, nobody assumes you're stealing. Wow. Those are things that you have to teach
I never taught my son that.
But see, that's the thing. You got to teach Latino and Black kids have to know these kind of things.
Yeah.
Because people automatically assume the worst of them.
Get a receipt in that bag. Do you have a good support system, or did you then? Because now I feel like there are so many women.
I had a very limited. There was AJ, Tashina, my friend from high school, Sahira. Not a lot. The ones that I could really
rely on,
and a girl named Danielle that I met in Los Angeles.
Wow, that's small.
Very small. They were all moms. They kind of understood. But they gave me the support I needed to get me through this diagnosis. Yeah. There might have been one more, but Holly Robinson Pete. Holly Robinson Pete really helped me through all of this. Yeah.
Because she's navigated those waters
too. She did.
Well. Yeah.
And as
she was an early advocate.
She was the earliest advocate that I knew. So she was the first person I called. And then there was also Lorna Kyle, who is Cedric the Entertainer's wife. So during that time, they were all very, very supportive and kind of helped me. Holly the most, because she understood it in a different way. But you mentioned Sherri, and Sherri and I have become sisters in the autism community. And we've been sisters in, just helping one another and supporting one another and pushing one another. And we always call each other the queens of pivot.
I love a good pivot.
Yes. So.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and check out all of the other episodes we have on Angie Martinez IRL podcast.